Nick and I, a while back, decided this is where we're gonna get married. And we have arrived at the beach. Today, we are on the hunt to find a restaurant because there are undressed people on the beach.
Oh, here comes my close-up, my super close-up. Come on, I got pores clogged right now.
Hi, I'm Jake. And this is Nick. We spent a year buying and refitting our 30-foot sailboat. Just as our adventure was beginning, we ran aground and learned the limitations of our boat and ourselves. Now back on the hard, we set out to fix Ixion and learn what it takes to sail the world.
I keep dreaming about the good life, the anywhere, anytime drive. I wanna get back there. I keep thinking about the joyrides, the sing-alongs and the flat tires. I wanna get back there. Tell me where you wanna go, the sky is the limit. Should we walk on the moon?
Today we're on the hunt. So Nick and I, a while back, decided this is where we're gonna get married. So something small, super low-key. And today we are on the hunt to find a restaurant. It's our first full day on land. Day 3, and this is the first time we've actually really come out.
Matter to me, either way's okay. Tell me where you wanna go. The sky is the limit. Should we walk on?
Every time we're walking through here, we're rushing.
I know.
Like every time I've been here, I'm like, let's get down the street.
Normally when we've come down to Provincetown, it's always on the weekends. This is the first time we're here during the week when nothing's going on. And it's quite the different experience.
I'm glad we met that I'm glad we met that good tonight.
Gonna get him?
Flippy floppies.
Cool. Get the flippy floppies. This is how we explore a place. We shop. We buy.
We spend too much money. Like, we've literally been out and about for
5 minutes,
20 minutes, and we've already spent like $100
Yeah.
on shoes and clothes.
But let's be fair, we don't normally buy this much.
Never.
We normally window shop. But
Always.
I guess we're just a little excited. Jake talks a lot to himself. It's weird. He's on Yelp trying to figure out where we should have lunch.
There's lunch to test for
Our
dinner.
lunch/dinner on W Day.
In the age of technology, everyone sits around now and socializes with their friends who are not here instead of with their friends who are here.
These people and their phones.
But seriously.
Choices.
So we may have found somewhere to hold our wedding dinner. It's a place we like the ambiance, we like the mood, we like the food, all grand, and we may have a place to do our little miniature ceremony, courtesy of Captain Tom.
Yeah.
So that
Details pending.
That one's TBD, but we definitely think we found a restaurant. Now just make a reservation.
So.
So
You hit that so hard.
yeah, there is one more place we're gonna go for dinner after we have our little mani-pedi session.
And what was the restaurant that we went to?
Crown and Anchor in Provincetown, Massachusetts. It is probably one of the weirdest and most unique places I've ever been. It is a restaurant. It is a bar. It is an inn, and it is a freaking club. And they have like drag shows and stuff. Like, it's like the weirdest, most unique place in the world that you would only find in a place like this.
Why Ptown? Why not Newport or like anywhere else?
That is a good question. If you don't know, Provincetown sits literally at the very tip end of the Cape. It was the first art colony in the United States. They technically settled here before they ever even made it to Plymouth, by the way, if you actually look up the history. But there's something else specifically, and it's that I think the population is something like 80% gay. So it is a very queer-centric town. So not only is it a beach town, huge sailing destination, but it's very queer. It's the only place I've literally ever been in my entire life where it just feels okay to just be. No matter who you are, what you are, how you present, or how you identify, you can just be. You can dress how you want to dress, you can live how you want to live, and you can be how you want to be. And everyone embraces it. And I think that's probably what makes this place so special. I've lived in like 5 or 6 different states. I've traveled in the United States. And this is probably the place I've felt most comfortable in my entire life. And that's why I want to do it here. Because if I'm going to start the next chapter of my life, why not start it somewhere that I find such peace and serenity and happiness, and where I don't ever feel judged for being who I am. So that is why Ptown. And this has been a commercial for Ptown. Can we have our money now?
Can we have our money now? Would you concur with that, Tom?
That you should have your money? Absolutely.
No, what Jake said about Ptown.
Oh no, absolutely. Ptown is the bastion of queer, and it's almost the norm than anything else. So, what a great place to go down the street and hold hands.
Yeah.
Colors are brighter, my steps they are lighter. The skies never looked so blue. A new day is dawning. I feel that it's starting like a flower that's ready to bloom. I feel the love all around me. I'm sending it right back to you. Such a sweet melody, the song in my heart plays. I hope it's playing for you. I feel the
Oh, hey, Queen. Back aboard Aladdin. We're gonna hang out here for a bit.
So Nick, why do you want to come to Provincetown to get married?
Well, I grew up in Massachusetts. Oh, here comes my close-up, my super close-up. Come on, I got pores clogged right now. So I grew up in Massachusetts and actually never came to Ptown until 2019. And in that time, I've never been somewhere where I've been more comfortable. Like, it feels so inclusive, so body positive, so accepting of just everybody, regardless of race, religion, creed, gender identity, sexuality, etc.
Yeah.
Regardless of, you know, how you identify, what nationality you are, it's an accepting place. And honestly, like, this is a template of how society should work. So that's why I want to get married here. And first of all, a lot of people should know this place exists. And if you're anywhere in the LGBTQ plus community, you should really come to Ptown. That's how I feel. It's the gayest place in the world.
It's hard to contain this. I hope it's contagious and that you will catch it too. I feel the love all around me. I'm sending it right back to you. Such a sweet melody, the song in my heart plays. I
After a day of shopping and finding the perfect venue for a wedding reception, the day draws to a close. We prepare to head off for a day of fun in the sun at Boys Beach.
So I'm sure some of you might be wondering whether or not we're going to go swimming. I don't know. The water right now here in Ptown is about 64 degrees. And on this side, that's about as warm as it gets up here. Sometimes it hits, into the 70s, but that's about as warm as it gets. So, yeah, I don't know. Also, being around Massachusetts, you do have to be a little conscientious about sharks. There's a lot of seals. There's a lot of seals up here. I don't know if the wind's going to be cut out.
And we have arrived at the beach. There's just a motor around the corner. If you've ever been to Ptown, it's literally like a sandbar that juts out. So we're just hanging around the corner. I can't really show much because there are undressed people on the beach. So today's just gonna be a relaxing day to relax and enjoy like the first solidly warm day out here. The sun is out. It's mid 80s. There's a nice breeze blowing like 8 knots. It's perfect. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you don't already and hit that notification bell so you get notified every week when we put out an episode.
We want to hear from you, so if you like what we're doing, even if you don't, leave us a comment down below, and don't forget to like and share with your friends.
If you really like what we're doing, you can support us on Patreon. The link for that is down below.
We put our episodes out weekly, so come back next week and see where we are with our journey. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next week.